All right. What's good? What's good? We are back with another episode of Rigged NFL Week 17. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We're gonna change up the vibe a little bit. You feel me? Gotta get the music, you know what I'm saying, right, flowing. Had to get the intro music going. It's been a pretty status quo NFL Week 17. We got one more game tonight. Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers. And let's see what this lounge do. Let's see what this lounge do. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, let's see what this week 17 has to conclude. But we're gonna do a quick little rundown first, though. So we had Kansas City on Christmas Day, finally getting a blowout victory instead of winning by 3 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. They claimed the 1 seed. They really don't have shit to play for in Week 18. The Baltimore Ravens, they followed suit too. They embarrassed the hell out the Texans, holding them to 2 points. A layup. Yes, a layup. 2 fucking points. Texans are beat up, banged up. They're gonna be a first round exit as soon as they get to the playoffs. They lucky they in a weak ass division. Beyonce got a bigger crowd pop than the Texans did. Seattle won in the worst Thursday night football game of all time, 6-3. Terrible, awful. Never put the Bears on primetime ever again. NFL. I don't give a shit. I don't care if they undefeated next year. Don't put them niggas on TV. Chargers, they clinched with a big win over the Patriots. No surprises there. The Bengals, they won in OT in thrilling fashion. Both teams had to sell near the end, especially in overtime. The Bengals, they missed a 33-yard field goal. That was a chip shot. They really should have made that shit. And actually, funny story about that. My mom was talking to me, and I was watching the game. Like, we were all in like the dining room and stuff. And she was telling me about something else unrelated to football. And as soon as homeboy missed that field goal, I said, "You got to be kidding me." Everybody at the table looked at me because they thought I was reacting to what my mom had said. Nah, it was the game or whatever. But man, I almost got hit that day. But yeah, the Bengals ended up winning that one, keeping their playoff hopes alive. Some things fell their way as the Giants decimated the Colts. And the Colts went outside. They had Joe Flacco as a quarterback. They're staying with AR-15, IR-5, whatever you want to call them, for next year. The Rams beat the Cardinals. That game was boring. We ain't going to talk about it. The Eagles embarrassed the Cowboys. Everyone got in on the TD action. A.J. Brown, backup, McGee, he got his own touchdowns in there. Kenny Pickett. It was a TD fest. Of course, Saquon got his 2,000 yards, and he can break Eric Dickerson's record against his former team next week. The Jets suck. Nothing's new. The Bills ran all over them. The Raiders won. They should be tanking. They're fucking up over the Saints. Like I said, the Colts went outside. Drew Lock, he had a career day. Malik Neighbors, this was his coming out party, if you will, even though we knew he was good. He was just stuck on a shitty ass team. But yeah, he went off. If you had him in fantasy, I'm sure you ate. The Bucks, they decimated the Panthers. It wasn't even an overtime game. It wasn't even close. It was like, fuck that. We win in this division. And they can thank Atlanta and Raheem Morris for allowing this to happen. The Jags, they beat the Titans. Should be tanking. Anyway, actually, the Titans are tanking too. They just suck at it. The Finns, they beat the Browns. DTR missed so many throws. Good Lord. I don't know how many incompletions I counted. We're just like shitty balls. Pass. Pause. Huntley. Tyler Huntley, he did his thing against the Browns. I mean, they didn't really saying much. But he did his thing. You know, he was able to run whenever he needed to. And he started off the game, like 18-21 or some shit. Yeah, good win for them. They got to close it out in a cold weather environment, I'm assuming, against the Jets. But it's the Jets, so Jets could beat themselves. The Vikings beat the Packers. They had to make a game out of it at the end, even though it wasn't really close. And they would play the Lions for the 1 seed. Justin Jefferson had that behind-the-head grip gloves catch. They were talking about it was the greatest catch of all time. Like, I don't know about all that. I've seen better. Not saying it wasn't, it wasn't amazing or nothing, but I've seen better. George Pickens has better catches sometimes. And the Commanders, they won in overtime last night in a rookie quarterback duel. It's kind of a Heisman duel last year, if you will, with Jaden Daniels being one of the Heisman finalists. He obviously won. And Michael Penix was another one for Washington. But the Falcons ended up missing the late field goal in regulation. And they never saw the ball in overtime. Jaden Daniels did his thing. And one thing I've noticed about Really the Commanders is they use Jaden Daniels like a running back, and I don't mean just like on some Josh Allen. We're gonna use him at the one type thing. It's like they really gave this nigga the ball. I don't know what, like 3-4 times on that last drive. I'm like, y'all know y'all got a running back, right? Like, dude's only like 190 pounds, maybe 190 pounds, bro. Like, he's not a fucking battering ram. But that's been it so far. We got Monday Night Football tonight. That should be a good game. If not, it's a blowout. We'll see. See what we got in the building. We got Adrian Settles in the building. We got PJ Allen. What's good with you? We got Overflow TV. Lamar is the MVP. He really should be. They might do that co-MVP shit this year. I could see that. I could really see them doing that shit, especially with the way the seeding is for the playoffs, where those two could meet in the playoffs again. And Mike Tirico then hinted at it from their Sunday Night Football game. I could totally see them doing a co-MVP thing, and that's starting a whole Twitter trend on who the real MVP was. You say San Francisco equals 50-50 day numerology. You taking San Francisco money line. So imagine the Broncos and Bucks lose and Falcons and Bengals get it. The Bengals is not getting in, dog. I really don't think that's gonna happen. To be quite honest, I could see them losing to the Steelers because that would be the most Cincinnati Bengals thing to do this year. It would sum up the fact that they have done all of this on offense to seemingly have games won in the bag, and then the defense to let them down. So I can see the Bengals missing it. The Bucks, they play the Saints, man. Like, I really don't think they're gonna lose to the Saints, bro. I don't think they're gonna blow them out by 30-something points or drop 50 on their head. But I don't see them losing that game. As for the Falcons, man, they can win. Obviously, won't make the playoffs. And next year, assuming Raheem Morris doesn't do any more stupid stuff, then Michael Penix could lead them, to the playoffs. Denver should win that game against KC, especially if KC doesn't have anything to play for. Who I think wins the offensive rookie of the year, I guess what you assuming or asking about. I'm giving that to Jaden Daniels, man. Bo Nix made a nice little push at it, but nah. You got a rookie quarterback throwing 5 touchdowns in the game? Yeah. And a game-winning touchdown, a Hail Mary, and all this other. Yeah. He got the highlights on lock. He got that. The Eagles Bowl is still Lions. I don't have the Lions going to the Super Bowl. It is interesting they did sign Teddy Bridgewater, though. And they like those vet, I call them those vet storylines, where it's so-and-so's been in the league for so long, he's well respected, blah, 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 like Whitworth was for the Rams. He ended up going out with the Super Bowl. Ray Lewis, well respected, went out with the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning, etc. Eric Weddle, that's another one for the Rams. I could see them trying that shit. Like, I could already see what the storyline would be. Teddy Bridgewater went from winning the Florida State Championship in football his first year as a head coach to signing with a team and winning the Super Bowl. But, like I said, I don't think the Lions going to win. And I'm really paying attention to where Calais Campbell goes, because I assume the Dolphins won't make the playoffs. He wants to play for a contender, and the Dolphins have agreed to let him go wherever he wants to go. So we'll see. If he goes to the Lions or something, I'll be like, all right, what's going on here? But as of right now, I don't see the Lions making it, man. What's good, King Norvell? What's up with you? I feel like the Bucks kind of have to make the Super Bowl at this point because of the way they're pushing them. I doubt they're going to push them to the Super Bowl so soon, especially after Brady. I don't think so. Do I think Baker gets one at some point? I could definitely see that. But I don't think this is that year. If they did, I wouldn't even be mad at it. I ain't got no beef with the Bucks. So it's going to be an all-perp Super Bowl. Vikings or Ravens? No, you a Raven fan. I can already assume. I guess you assuming Vikings, Ravens. I don't think so, though. What's good, Joey? What's up with you? Because they do a lot of setting up at them live games and stuff. Hell yeah, they do. Bills are currently 8-0 at home, and so are the Chiefs. Yeah, that's right, because the Chiefs lost on the road. Someone in the Discord mentioned what the Bills are 2-4 against winning teams. So that's not a good sign, but as long as they got games at home, they should be straight. Unless they play KC. Packers might go on a revenge tour in the playoffs. That's the team I picked to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. KC to lose to the Packers. We shall see. But I'm going to say it now. KC versus the NFC North. Homeboy said he need a massage. I am not the nigga for that. If you a woman, maybe a different conversation. But yeah, nah. Who I think winning the NFC North, the Vikes or the Lions? I got the Lions winning that one. That would be something, though, if the Lions lost and fuck around and lost in the first round of the playoffs. That'd be wild. Says you don't think the Bengals will, especially because they got to leave it up to a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers and Carson Wentz. Oh, yeah, they still need help. Yeah, the Colts losing was one domino that fell their way. Them beating the Broncos, obviously. And Miami, they still have a shot, but I don't think it's going to happen. Broncos minus 9.5 favorite. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, Cincy, better luck next year. Better luck next year. Keep Cincy out of the top glazing Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow isn't a bad quarterback. He's in a shitty franchise. They've had, actually, their last three quarterbacks have not been bad. Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, and Joe Burrow is just, they a cheap-ass organization that will not pay. They ain't going to pay your star players like they want to be paid, and they're going to have to go elsewhere. So the idea of keeping Higgins and Jamar Chase on the same team, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. The Packers get the 6th seed. They're going to make the Super Bowl. Trying to figure out who they'd play. So you got the Lions and Bills or the Vikings and Chiefs. I say the Vikings and Chiefs has a higher likelihood than Lions and Bills. Bro, I done brought up the revenue shit. Both of those teams, the Lions and Bills, are under the sandwich, nigga. They are the bottom bread. They are the bottom piece of the bread on the sandwich, nigga. Nah. They ain't finna have two teams like that don't generate revenue against each other. They need somebody to sell on that bitch. And that being Kansas City. You don't want the Eagles to win it, that's for sure. I know they be rioting, bro. They be flipping cars and all types of hanging on like telephone poles and shit. That shit turns into like the Purge movie. Chiefs, Bucks. That'd be some shit. Two Texas Tech quarterbacks going at it. They did have that Monday Night Football game too. That's funny. It's gonna be Chiefs and Lions or Chiefs Packers. KC versus the NFC North. That's what I'm gonna say. The Ash Tucker guy. Who is Ash Tucker? I honestly don't know who that is. To Azteca subparson. Who? Oh, I guess somebody in the chat. I don't even know who that is, man. I ain't gonna lie. Is anybody taking the Vikes, Eagles? Yeah, I already wrote off the Eagles, man. Hurts already got his money on top of that. Lions, they've been pushing them way too hard. The Vikings, I'm still saying, is a dark horse. Still a dark horse. Because they could do that, like, if they've done the Nick Foles script, they can do something similar with the Sam Darnold shit. And it's like a very, very slim window to do it. This is the only year they could do this shit. Because he's not even their future quarterback. He was future quarterback. JJ got hurt, so. And I don't see JJ winning a Natty and a Super Bowl, so. This is their best year to ever do that shit. This is the best year the Vikings could win it. The best year the NFL could even do this shit. A feel-good story to make us. So what up with Deshaun Jackson being a head coach now? Starting at a HBCU, just like Mike Vick. I don't know if I mentioned that on here. I know I didn't talk about it in the Discord. But yeah, a lot of these former NFL players, their first coaching gig usually is a HBCU school, if they black. like Michael Vick, Deion Sanders, Deshaun Jackson, almost Ed Reed, but he was like Bethune-Cookman on some fuck shit. I ain't doing this. But yeah, I've noticed that. And there's probably gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be more players we watch growing up and stuff, and they're gonna be head coaches for HBCU schools. Eddie George, that's another one. Coaches at TSU. Somebody post the Christmas card in the Discord because I couldn't even find that shit. The new Christmas card. I saw all the old ones. Somebody, if you in the Discord, post the new one. Post the new Christmas card in there. If it ain't already been posted. Packers in the Super Bowl next year because Jordan Love from California and all that stuff. So you're not picking the Ravens because you're a fan. You just really want to see Lamar and Darnold. Same draft class, yeah. Make a hell of a story because Randy Moss. Said Josh Rosen sitting on the couch watching these 2018 quarterbacks go off. Damn. He really is the only one that ain't in the league right now. That's insane. Because somebody mentioned on the last screen about the Christmas card. I couldn't find it. I was like, where's the hell's the Christmas card? The two teams with no rings in the Super Bowl could be very likely this year. It's the story that makes sense. The Bills and Vikings. That'd be entertaining for sure. Or Lions and Bills. Yeah, nah. That's one of those either or, and even then, I don't think either of them gonna make it type thing. They not that dumb. That's like when they were trying to push like the Browns with Joe Flacco against the Detroit Lions. Like, don't nobody want to see that shit. And hit that like button too. Thank you for reminding me. Hit that like button, smash that like button, elbow drop it, RKO it if you have to. I don't even care. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna win it either. I think it's one of those situations where he can rack up all these individual accolades and stats and stuff like that. But Super Bowl, we didn't talk about why. I'm not even finna repeat it. Anybody ever question why these NFL games start at odd times? Define odd times, like we talking about like 1 p.m. or like 4:05, 4:25. What's considered odd? Curious. It'd be odd if I saw at AM before the shit. It's crazy because Josh Rosen was an absolute dog. He was alright. I wouldn't call him a dog. He was alright. He had an Aaron Rodgers factor to his game. He was alright. I just remember the biggest thing about Josh Rosen was he had a hot tub in his apartment. That was before the NIL deal too, which is crazy. Like, he made a social media post with it. I think it was like him with a bunch of chicks and some other people. Like, he had a party, and the people below them reported like water leaks because you have a hot tub in your apartment, like a big ass hot tub in your apartment. Of course, water's gonna leak. And I think that when they did the little draft interview, they brought that up to Josh Rosen about that. Smart about teams have former players for recruiting, but doubt Deshaun Jackson really coach. Yeah, I can't take Deshaun seriously as a head coach. Michael Vick, I can see. Deshaun Jackson, that's like if Shady McCoy became a head coach. I just couldn't take him serious. It's like, nah, like you like play a little too much. I can't see it. Marshawn Lynch, I could see Marshawn before the other two I just named. And yeah, it is a good way to recruit, but I mean, still, it pales in comparison what you can do with like a big name program like a Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon. Like, they can't touch that. That's a whole different thing right there. It's like, sure, these dudes play in the NFL and probably get you a path to the league, but it's not as guaranteed as, say, playing for a bigger name school. Who gonna pay you more too, mind you. Actually, emphasis on that part. They're gonna pay you more. You knew the Vikings was gonna win because of the hype for next week. Exactly. Goodell wants to add another game. That's the Azteca. Okay, there we go. Goodell wants to add another game to the schedule soon. 18 games sound crazy. Damn. They don't need more games on the schedule. I always thought it was crazy they even extended past 16. Said straight to the point NFL season this year. I don't think it's so straight to the point they're going to have the Chiefs three-peat. I see. Okay. 8:16. This is going back to the odd start time. 8:16, 4:31. I have never. Where are you seeing this? I'm really curious now. I don't know where this is. The only way I can see they have an odd start time is if another game is running long. Like for games in OT, and they said, we're gonna push this kickoff back for the end of this game. Kind of like how they do in college football, especially with like the playoffs. They'll push back the start time of a game if another game says going overtime or something like that. Ever notice when these guys run out of bounds, the clock never stops? Oh yeah, well, I think it's within the last almost 5 or 2 minutes. I forgot if it was the last 5 or 2 minutes. That's when the clock actually stops when you go out of bounds. Obviously, it stops for incomplete pass. People keep saying the Browns and Panthers sold on Baker while they did, but it wasn't a good situation for both. Oh, the Browns? Honestly, the Browns got better as Baker's time there progressed, if that makes sense, as far as like the moves they're making. But at the end of the day, it's still the Browns. That's really what the fuck that was. Panthers, they were still kind of in that shitty position too. They weren't as bad as when Bryce Young got there, but they were still not good. And shit, Sam Darnold had a winning record with the Panthers for them 6 games. Hundley was a better Brett Hundley, that is, was a better QB than Rosen. That's facts. What's up, Caleb? What's good with you? Yes, I do remember that game. I do. It's against Texas A&M though. I'd take that with a grain of salt. It's Texas A&M. We don't take them serious. Especially, was that Jimbo Fisher? Hell no, we don't take them serious. He was really hyped by Colin Cowherd. Of course, Colin Cowherd hyped that nigga up. That is wild. That is wild right there. How far the Redskins going in the playoffs, man? They might steal a game at the most. That's about it. I don't think they're gonna make no super far run. This is a rookie quarterback we talking about. Let's not forget that. They want Young Wei Q back. You have a feeling the loser of the Lions-Vikings game will make it to the Super Bowl. The NFL and NBA are bad products. Shit, the NBA is way worse. It's not even close. You just look at the ratings and that shit shows. They threw that shit on Netflix. 2 blowout games on Netflix. People still tune in to watch it. And NBA, even though their numbers were up and all that, because they had more games, I mean, shit. But still, it wasn't even close. They got decimated in the ratings. You had a parlay riding on Denver and watching Denver wasn't trying to win. Then you knew they were trying to get Burrow in the playoffs. They're gonna push that narrative, but I don't think he gonna actually get, or they gonna actually get in the playoffs. Especially with KC not having anything to play for week 18. Nah. I think it's more like what they did with the Lions against the Packers a couple years ago. They had the Lions on this late run near the end of the season, and it looked like, oh, it's Detroit. Oh, they got this shit. They gonna win this game. They gonna make the playoff. No, they end up losing that game. I think they finished 8-9. I think that's what they're gonna do with the Bengals. Or even if they win, they just don't make it. It's not like Deshaun was good because he was watching film. He was good purely on talent. He was just faster than everyone else. I mean, he was. I can't say if he was watching film or not. I don't know. I've never really paid attention if he said so in an interview. But yeah, he fast as shit. That definitely helps. Like Tyreek Hill, that definitely helps. You can outrun everybody on the field. Notice this year the best team tends to win more, not as many upsets. Yeah. There's also a big gap in teams that had like multiple double-digit wins versus like 3-4 wins on the season too. Like I've never seen this many like double-digit loss teams that early in the season. I was like, damn, they got all these teams just. Let me see. Let me pull this shit up. Cause this is a good one. You got Tennessee, New Orleans, the Raiders. Let's see who else. I'm going off the top of my head right now. All right, here we go. Giants, Patriots, Titans, Browns, Panthers, Bears. Good Lord. Jags, Raiders, Jets, Saints. From 23 on down and like from 1 to 32, 23 on down, all got double-digit losses. If the Niners lose this week or next week, they could join that club too. Shit, actually, there are 3 teams who could join that club. The Cowboys, the Colts, and the Cardinals could all potentially lose their games and have 10 losses on the season. 10 plus losses on the season. Okay. That is interesting though. Oh, you seen that shit too? I saw that too. Kaepernick got his because he played baseball. Yeah, I've noticed that. He less mobile than Colin too, because he a pocket quarterback. He's not a dual threat quarterback. You know how they got to label black quarterback? He's a dual threat quarterback. So when the Cowboys the last team that could have three-peated, but the Niners. I mean, prior to the Chiefs, you got the Patriots, man. They technically could have three-peated. I want to say they did win 2 back-to-back, did they not? Or theirs might have been like every other year type shit. Niners beat them in 94. The year I was born, the AFC champion was the Chargers that year. They most likely would have won that Super Bowl. Yeah. That'd be the definition of an underdog story. Oh, it was Sumlin that coach. That was A&M. Oh, that's even less impressive then. Shit. I think that was the year he got fired too, if I remember correctly. Do I think they let Steve McNair in the Hall of Fame? Why or why not? He should be in the Hall of Fame. Let's start with that. He should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. But the reason why he isn't is the way he died. Is too messy. It wasn't like some Pat Tillman shit where he was going to war and he was this war hero. No, it was you was cheating on your wife and your mistress shot you and her. So the story says. That's why. It's just there's no way around how he died. You know, it's just way too messy. Especially now when you bring up Steve McNair to most people, especially if they were too young to actually watch it, that's the first thing people gonna think of if they knew a Steve McNair was how he died. Yeah, man, YouTube been shadow banning the nigga. That's why. I can make a whole video about all the shit they've been doing, but not today. I'm talking about adding 18 games. Yeah, somebody mentioned that. Bengals are definitely more entertaining. I won't disagree with that at all. Chiefs could also technically eliminate the Broncos from the playoffs, which I highly doubt they do, especially if they're not playing they starters and shit. I doubt it. If Allen wins MVP, I don't think they will let Lamar finally win a championship. That'd be nice, but I don't think so. Really? So they already had the Lions at 5th seed? Damn, talk about fucking a team over after doing so good in the regular season. Really? I didn't see. This wasn't like one of them little things where they do the hypothetical and play around with the little touch screen and like scroll, like, you know how they grab a team and swipe them and it's like, okay, what if this team wins and this happens? You sure it wasn't one of those? Or was it they slipped up and showed it too early? Exactly. I see Tyler Hero get put on his neck. No. Damn. Damn. Seems like live sports betting is being permanently used to bait people into betting comeback victories. Yeah, yeah. Especially in them NFL games, you could see it yesterday. The Green Bay Minnesota game. That's one of them. I was like, this game over. Was it 27-10 at one point? Man, shit over. Look at the final score, 27-25. Who else threatened to come back? The Titans against the Jags, even though they both suck. I don't want to say the Browns, even though they was in scoring position to make it interesting, but good lord, DTR can't hit anything. The Falcons, they did that with the Falcons game. It was really predictable how they were gonna do that shit. I was like, watch, Atlanta finna come back and tie this shit 24-24, have a chance at a field goal, and then they miss. Who else made a comeback? The Colts. The Colts kept things interesting, but every time they made it close and interesting, the Giants pulled away. Just like Malik Neighbors on a long reception. Saints Raiders wasn't even close. Cowboys Eagles wasn't even close. Good lord. Broncos Bengals, that was another one. I mean, shit, they did send in the OT. And whatever Seattle Chicago was, I don't even think I should even call that a game. That's just eye torture. When did they hype up the Cowboys to beat the Bucks? Because I get lost because it happens so many times that the Cowboys get hyped up, so I just lose track of when they get hyped up anymore. I bet. Because yeah, I couldn't find it. Giants got their own fan base losing their minds. Yeah, they were mad. Yeah, they were mad they won. All the teams that should have been tanking ended up winning yesterday. Nah, I disagree with that. Cincy, Denver. Cincy, Denver. I saw that they asked Malik Neighbors at the end at the post game press conference or whatever. He was like, how you feel about the team getting mad that y'all won? He was like, I don't even know what to say. Y'all gotta ask them. I think he gonna be fine. The head coach, that's another conversation. But he'll be fine. Lamar got like 11 more. Damn, 11 more passing TDs than Josh Allen. Yeah, they never mentioned that shit. Lamar's won his third MVP. They might give it to Saquon. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they really, like, if they weren't pushing this propaganda of Josh Allen's the MVP and all this shit so hard, Really, who I would have had as the MVP, who should get it, Saquon Barkley, number one. Like, take him off the Eagles. What the Eagles gonna do? Same shit they did last year. Actually, worse than what they did last year. Then I put Derrick Henry on there. Big difference maker for the Ravens. Obviously, Lamar as well. Josh Allen be in the conversation, but shit, I would not give it to him. Oh, I was thinking somebody went for a dunk or something, or he went for a dunk and he got undercut. He got rock bottom. That's even worse. That's even worse. He was fighting somebody. It got put on your neck. Shit. How if the Saints would have won last week there and the Bucks lose? Yo said people really believe the Bengals. I forgot I could see it on this side screen. People really believe the Bengals making the playoffs. Broncos are minus 450 against the Chiefs this week. That's what I said, bro. Like, even before they played Denver, them niggas ain't finna make the playoffs. They'll make shit interesting for sure, but they not finna make the playoffs. Said nothing like a left-handed QB. Penix throws a perfect spiral. Yeah, he do. He got more zip on his pass than Kirk Cousins because Cousins got that goddamn noodle arm. So how do I feel it's rigged? For one, watch a Kansas City Chiefs game. Anybody and their mama can see that shit is rigged. Just watch one of those games. On top of that, you see all the people mentioning sports betting and stuff like that. How the hell they already know what the odds are for the Super Bowl futures and shit before the season even starts? How do they know that? How do they know the spread of games 2, sometimes 3 weeks in advance already? How do they know that? And multiple players been talked about this shit anyway. You really thought Rattler could be good, but you don't know he kind of. I mean, he playing for the Saints, who have like how many players hurt? What, like 20-something players out? What you gonna do with that? It's the same shit. It's like the Sam Darnold shit with the Jets, bro. Like, what is he supposed to do with that? Exactly. And you can't forget it's Sean Payton as a head coach too. It's not like they had one of these fill-ins who ain't really a head coach no more as their head coach. Like Vance Joseph, what's homeboy name who got into it? Vic Fangio. These coordinators as head coach. Nah, you got a real head coach. Some of his shit outdated, but you got a real head coach. That's funny as hell. They kept showing him during the game too. They showed even after the game. They showed him, comforting Michael Penix after the loss. Like, it's all right, dude. We'll get him next time, type shit. But yeah, they kept showing Kirk Cousins. Garrett Wilson looks like shit. Sauce Gardner looked like he won out too. He telling people don't even come to the Jets, bro. Stay your ass over there. You don't want to play here. That's two different questions. Honestly, that's two different questions. If he asks why is it scripted, that'd be a whole nother conversation. Why is it rigged? Those are two different questions right there. Cousins was stealing money legally. Yeah, I need to know who was his agent, bro. His agent, the real MVP. Fuck the MVP conversation going to Saquon and Lamar and Josh. Fuck all that. Kirk Cousins' goddamn agent is the one who should be the real MVP of this season, next season. Hell, Russell Wilson's agent, he should be MVP for last season. This man's still getting paid with the Broncos. He don't even play for them no more. And he gonna get paid by the Broncos next year too. Joe Burrow's like Marino. Damn it, moved too fast. He'll never win the big one. Well, you play for the Bengals. Of course, you're not gonna win the big one. You're basically in a situation where you can perform at your greatest. You could throw for 450 yards. You could throw for 600 yards, have 6 touchdowns, and have like 2 rushing touchdowns and still lose as the quarterback of the Bengals. Because that defense is terrible. But honestly, unless they don't do free agency like that with receivers. But if they were to get a receiver, assuming they weren't going to pay one of them, which I think they're not going to pay one of the two, that production going to go lower. Like, especially if Higgins goes or Jamar Chase. Oh, yeah, Joe Burrow's numbers going to go down next year. Like, either the Bills or Chiefs will have a Cowboys that's collapsing the playoff, special with how they're undefeated at home. I can see the Bills more than the Chiefs. I don't see Patrick Mahomes throwing 4 picks in a game like Dak Prescott. Hell, I don't even see Josh Allen throwing 4 picks in a game. I can see him throwing like 2 picks and a fumble, or a pick and 2 fumbles, but ain't nobody finna pull a Dak Prescott like that. Yeah, the NFC gonna be good in the playoffs. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, a lot of Josh Allen's TD runs be like from the 1-yard line anyway. Kind of like Jalen Hurts. I mean, his name's Joe. That's why. Name association. What if it's the Bills and Eagles in the Super Bowl? I would be mad at that Super Bowl. I highly doubt it, but I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Who gets a ring first? JD5. Hurts ain't getting one. We can nix his name off. Unless, he goes to another team or he old or he a backup, then maybe. But, nah, he already got his money. He already been to one. Nah. Shit, out of that list, Lamar has the highest chance. Unless the Commanders magically change their name back to the Redskins. Yeah, and the cheap ass owner on top of that. It's like, shit, we gave our money to the quarterback, so sorry, Chase. You have to go somewhere else. We ain't paying you. But I led the league in receptions. Sorry, Chase, we can't pay you. We ain't got the money. Sorry, we ain't got the money. Same with Higgins. You bullshit. Ain't no way Rex Ryan finna take this job again. The Jets deserve to lose if they actually hire him as a head coach again. With Aaron Rodgers. Oh, yeah, the Jets deserve to lose after that. Yeah, they give him a lot of cushion. Yeah. Especially on like a last minute drive, you see that shit. I mean, they playing prevent defense so they don't score. But still, it's like you just letting them march all the way down the field to almost score. That's just too much. As Dylan would say, "You too close, man. You too close." That's how I feel. I don't know. He already kind of hit a little bit of that dip this year in the like I said, Cliff Kingsbury offense is gonna happen. Until they call them the Skins, they the Commodores. I almost said the Commodores. I was like, nah. So the Eagles got some points. So watch to see what happens to them. Bill Berge died and was number 66 and born on 2/9, the same day as Super Bowl 59. No, they bait. Follow up, yes. Yes, they're playing a Chiefs team that's resting their stars and ain't got shit to play with. Or play for. Falcons center literally almost sold that game last night. Raheem Morris sold that motherfucking game, I can tell you that. This right here. regarding the Eagles. Who got a girl and kids? Obviously, Pat Mahomes. Lamar has a daughter. I think he got a girlfriend still. I don't know. I assume he does. Jalen Hurts, like I said, he ain't going back. I don't think he got any kids. Josh Allen doesn't have any kids. I know he just got engaged. Who else? To my knowledge, Herbert don't have any kids. Bo Nick's old enough to be married and have kids, to be honest. Russell Wilson, but we know how that's gonna go. Joe Burrow ain't gonna make it. In the NFC, you got Matt Stafford, obviously. Who else? I don't know if Baker got kids. I know he married. I'd assume he has kids by now. You know, white people get kids early. And I don't know about Sam Darnold or Jordan Love. They got kids or not, or what their relationship situation is. Yo, I don't know what this beat is called. I'm fucking with this shit though. This shit tough. It's like one of them jam bands. Think of that Anderson .Paak song. Said plus Biden recently wore a Philadelphia Eagles t-shirt and signed into a law that the eagle is the U.S. bird. Oh, okay. That don't mean they're gonna win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like I said, they window already closed, man. They window been closed. That window closed when they lost to the Chiefs last year. That was their last shot at winning the Super Bowl for the foreseeable future. Yeah, there was some even before that where he missed some open targets too. But he'll be fine. I mean, it's a second start. I ain't losing my sleep over it. He'll have a whole season next year, assuming he don't get hurt. Yeah, he'll be straight. But the head coach, though, different conversation. When do I think we'll see 100% of different teams in the playoffs? Like from last year or what? Because, yeah, that's not happening. Not happening. I'm just going to save you the trouble. That's not happening. Shit, Golf, I think he probably married with kids too. But he already been in the Super Bowl, and we know how that went. Golf might be the only player to play both Mahomes and Brady in a Super Bowl. I'm trying to think. I know somebody on that Bucks and Chiefs team did that. I want to say, nah, wait a minute. I was gonna say Shady, but nah, he played with both of them, but no. I know there's somebody who can play with both or against both Mahomes and Brady in the Super Bowl. I just can't think of who off the top of my head, but I know somebody's done it. Exactly. And honestly, the way the Rams won the NFC West, that is the most convoluted thing I've ever seen. I was under the impression that it was going to go down to week 18 with whoever won that last matchup between them two would get in. They had this whole, like I'm reading it, they had this whole convoluted thing about strength. It wasn't strength of schedule. It was like something about strength of wins or something. Some way they had it. Competitive, some bullshit term. And it was like all these different teams they played ended up winning yesterday. So it eliminated the Seahawks. I don't know when they started having all these crazy tiebreakers like that. Then the second started missing throws. I don't think anybody freaking out as expected. But yeah, Penix, he'll be better. And the bright side is the fact they only gonna have 4 games to work with as far as film goes going into next season. So you ain't got a whole lot on the dude. Versus had he played a whole year and they missed the playoffs, then you're gonna be in that CJ Stroud situation. There we go. There we go. There's one. Jason Kelsey. There we go. Yeah, Eagles. He won one against Brady, lost against Mahomes. Yeah, because he played against his brother, and that was like the main storyline besides the State Farm, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, all that shit. Simpler time because Taylor Swift wasn't around. But the AFC feels kind of predictable. Like either Ravens or Bills will play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Unfortunately, the most they can do is make everything else leading up to it exciting. To just have like a bunch of crazy stuff happen in these predictable games. And usually there's a blowout in the playoffs too. Like, what was it? The Texans and the Browns last year was a blowout. Joe Flacco threw back-to-back pick sixes. It got ugly pretty quick. Yeah, so we might see the same thing in one of these matchups. If, say, the Chargers and the Steelers or some shit, who knows? I think they should go back to sudden death. Because I know the whole thing was we need to change it so both teams can have an opportunity to score. But shit, Washington got the ball and Atlanta didn't see the field. So come on now. Should just left it as it is. And actually, you know what? College football needs to do what the NFL is doing as far as the overtime rules. Instead of this, start at the 25 back and forth, even though that's an easy way to hit the overall points real quick. It's how they have it set up in college. Go to the 10 minutes and do that instead. Same rules. That's what they should do. I'm not just finna watch teams do a 2-point conversion, another team do a 2-point conversion back and forth and back. That just looks stupid. That's like some flag football shit. Maybe we get that Rams. I really don't think the Rams gonna make a push to the Super Bowl. I really don't think that's gonna happen. Sherm, yeah, because he got the reaction face against when Russ threw the pick. Like, he looked like he just lost one of his loved ones right in front of his face. How his face went. Sherm. That's because he played with Brady. That's right. Like Vikings to win against whoever they play in the wild card. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The NFL still has a huge debt to pay to the state of Missouri. Actually, a couple weeks ago, they even mentioned, like, even I don't fully believe where the money's going. They have like a financial plan as to where like 290 million dollars is actually going, or where they're gonna divvy it up and allocate as far as St. Louis goes. But the interest was insane on that shit. Eagles can now clinch the 1 seed in the NFC playoffs. Conditions are met. Hold on, let me see. Because I'm under the impression that it said Detroit versus Minnesota for the winner gets the 1 seed. I ain't see shit about Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't know where you see that at. If they are 13-3 right now, Minnesota only has 2 losses. Unless Minnesota loses, Philly could probably jump them. I don't know how their strength of schedule goes. Detroit would still be at 2 losses if they win. So the winner of the game gonna stay at 2 losses. So Philly is not getting the 1 seed. I don't know where niggas is getting that shit from. Talking about they can get the 1 seed. Like you said, you got the conference right there, and like I said, overall record, they still don't have that. Now, they wouldn't at the end of week 18. NFL feels like they pushing the Vikings and Commanders. How deep they go, we'll see. Commanders, man, like I said, rookie quarterback going to pay his dues. They might give him a win at the most, but like they did CJ Stroud. And we saw how the second round went. I don't think the Commanders finna make no deep push to the playoffs. Minnesota is really more so for the sake of that feel good story and a homeboy that died, Kyrie Jackson. If they were to push that. So the Eagles will earn the 1 seed after the following scenario. Eagles finish 2-0. Well, they 1-1. So I assume talking about against the Giants, which seems very, very, very likely. Especially how the Giants put up 45. They probably put up like 4 points next week. Lions to go 0-2 or 0-1-1 one day ago. What? So basically, they have to win out. Is what you saying? They got a lot of shit. It's not happening. I ain't finna waste my time with that shit. It's not happening, bro. Eagles and Packers rematch. This time in the States. Detroit versus Tampa Bay. Tampa won the first one. Rams versus Washington. Ooh, interesting. Not really. The Rams are kind of boring to watch. And that might be one of them games you got to pay your dues, JD. Hey, Lamar gonna get his ring this year. He got the Nikola Jokic script. I done heard niggas say he got the Peyton Manning script. He got the Dan Marino script. Now he got a basketball player script, bro. He got the Jokic script. He already got more MVPs. Or does he have the same? No, I think he got the same. Josh Allen is Embiid. Gonna win an MVP while Lamar upsets the Chiefs and wins the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about that. You can see the Bucks beating the Lions, but you don't know what the Packers and Lions. The thing about Tampa, you don't know what the hell you're gonna get with Tampa. Like, you could get the Tampa that lost to the Cowboys, or you could get the Tampa that played the Panthers. I'm not even gonna say a Tampa that plays a team close. They gonna beat the shit out of somebody, or they underperform at this rate. So the Bears are the most ridiculous football team that's ever been, maybe besides the Browns. The Jets have a strong stake in that too. They do some crazy shit, but that ain't one of them. That ain't one of them. Like I said, they not getting the 1 seed. Like I said, they gonna play a wild card game. Jalen Hurts should be back by then, and we'll see how that shit goes. See all 3 NFC North teams make it to the divisional, to the divvies. Maybe 2 playing in the championship game. Actually, let me see the playoff picture right now. So in the AFC, it would be. There we go. AFC, you would have the Chiefs with the bye. Bills would play the Broncos. Ravens play the Chargers in a Harbaugh rematch. Texans would play the Steelers. Okay. I still see the Texans losing that game. And then Pittsburgh would play KC again. KC would win that game. Baltimore probably play Buffalo. And I would assume they're going to probably do the flip and have Buffalo win that game. I'd like to see Baltimore go back-to-back and win that and get a rematch with KC. As it stands now, because Detroit ain't played yet, they the 5 seed against Tampa, as someone mentioned before. The Rams, they would be playing the Commies, Eagles, Packers, Vikings with the bye. And the Vikings would get Tampa or Detroit. Or Washington, but I don't think they could win that game. The strange occurrences with Philly, recent death of number 66 Bill Bergey, and the Biden thing with Philadelphia. I really don't with the Eagles though, man. I don't know if they really gonna. That's some bold shit to do. It was bold last year to even do it with the Taylor Swift thing, but a three-peat, especially the way they've been winning games. Hey, NFL playing a dangerous game doing that. Very, especially when a lot of people bet on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. That's a very dangerous game they playing. It won't end up as bad as the NBA, but that's a very dangerous game they playing. They want to do that shit. Fuck around and find out, NFL. So you know the NFL is rigged when the Vikings are secretly good. What the hell does secretly good mean? Look at their team, dog. What are you talking about? Baker just had his first kid this year. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I thought he probably had like 2 kids by now. The NFL feeling so hell yeah. Hell yeah. They ain't got no humble pie. The NBA need that humble pie though. This nigga LeBron talking about Christmas holiday. Nigga, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Most of your stars don't even play on Christmas. Unless they got a new shoe coming out. Conveniently. What's up, Scotty boy? What's the script for next week? The Bengals not making the playoffs. I still say Detroit get that 1 seed. Cap off a feel-good regular season for them before the disappointment in the postseason. And I guess the other storylines are really just who's going to get the number 1 overall draft pick. Because all the teams that need to tank end up winning this week. So chances are they probably going to lose next week. And even then, one of them still going to probably fuck it up. If the NFL got the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, they definitely going to have the Chiefs be insanely terrible to get rid of the rigged allegations. I don't think it's going to be a complete 180. No. They're not going to be terrible now. As long as Mahomes, because you got to realize if they are terrible, it's going to make Mahomes look bad. That's like when the Patriots weren't necessarily winning Super Bowls. It wasn't like the Patriots out here going 4-12, 5-11 and shit. No. Even when Brady got hurt that 1 year, Matt Castle took over. They went 11-5 and missed the playoffs. They not finna have them go out sad like that. Maybe when Pat gone, yeah, for sure. But as long as he's there, they're gonna be winning games. They just not gonna win the Super Bowl. You got the Chiefs with the 3-peat. Most of the day, no way. But that's why. And just like last year, everyone thought no way. I don't know. They've been pushing that shit way too hard. Way, way too hard. He got engaged, no kids. Gotcha. That's just to sell the jersey, the JD5 jersey before they change the name again. Man, I know Redskins fans been through it, man. Your team to change names like 3-4 times. They don't know what now it sounds like they want to go back to the old name and shit. It's like, damn, I just got this jersey, bro. I gotta get a new one now. Oh, I thought it was a Christian photo. Appreciate it, Frank, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But hit that like button too. So because I always forget to say it. Hit that like button. This is what I'm saying. There you go. This is exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If they do that shit. I'm saying do that shit if you want to, NFL. But just saying. Their viewership been kind of sometimes. I mean, it's still not, it's not bad compared to other sports by any means, but fans have grown tired of the same. Try that shit if you want to, NFL. I know, right? 11-5. That's the most like it. It would be the Patriots. Even when they missed the playoffs, they still look good doing it. And they would They wouldn't have Andy Reid looking bad either. No. So how many more Chiefs Super Bowl wins depends on whether the NFL pay their debt to the state of Missouri or not. The thing is, I think they get one more. Mahomes will finish with 4. He got 3 now. They gonna finish with 4, and they'll be a good football team when they're not winning, but they just won't win the Super Bowl. And it'll finally give some room for some other quarterbacks to get to the Super Bowl and win and shit. So he shouldn't win Coach of the Year for obvious reasons. Who I think gonna win it though? Shit, I'm looking at O'Connell from Minnesota. If not him, Dan Campbell. But they can always give it to McDermott. Bucks, Packers, Battle of the Bays in the NFC Championship game. They would definitely have a dip in viewership. We ain't talking about people going to the game. Of course, people still gonna go to the game. We're talking about people who are not at the game with their butts and seats at home. That's kind of like, you remember that point when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, how the NBA became real predictable. It was like, oh, we know it's the Cavs and Warriors, and the Warriors gonna win it and shit. And that's when the interest kind of died down. It wasn't what it is now, but that was the start of that shit. It was like, oh man, these niggas keep winning. And then all the other teams started getting this arms race of shooting up threes and shit. Yeah. So it's a very dangerous game they're doing if they do this 3-piece shit. Because I mean, they really, and the craziest thing is the way the Chiefs have won this year. They've damn near used every crazy, dramatic possible way they can win a game early in the regular season. So it's kind of like I'm gonna say it's kind of like wrestling. So in pro wrestling, like a big spot in the match, like I'm using Monday Night Raw. You wouldn't have a spot at the beginning of a match where you're gonna do some shit off the top rope or some crazy flip in the first match of the night, and you're not like a main event. They're not gonna do that because it's gonna lose its effect the next time it happens later in the show. Same shit with the NFL. I don't think there's anything crazy they can do to outdo anything they've done with the Chiefs as far as winning to make it dramatic and exciting. Like how they tried to, it was a shitty attempt last year, how they tried to Mahomes come back and all that in the OT. Yeah, there's not much you can do. Like, you got to get real creative with this. You're going to have a fan. It's a Super Bowl. That's not happening. But you got to have somebody run. You got to have Taylor Swift butt-ass nigga running on the field or something like that. Or you got to do some wild shit. It wasn't that. Wait, what? It wasn't 900 million, bro. They would have probably 3-4-peated by then if it was 900 million. Hell no. Hell no, man. At least 290 million. I'm sure it's more than that, but that's what went to St. Louis specifically. And then they got broken up. Rams Bills AFC Championship. The way the seeding is as it stands now, I don't think it's gonna lead to that be a divisional. Oh yes, they will. I promise you, they would lose some viewers. They would definitely lose viewers by that shit. They already lost some now. It's just it don't look as bad because they have so many, but they've lost some already. So yeah, they would definitely lose some viewers. And then you factor in all the rule changes people got tired of, like the new kickoff rules. You can't hit high, you can't hit low, you gotta hit right in the middle, all this other shit. Yeah, they definitely lose some viewers, man. I don't know what you talking about. That would. I mean, the Sam Darnold ones, they both in the same draft class. That's funny. But Sam Darnold's story is a lot better, to be honest. Baker's is cool and all. I ain't got no problem with Baker, except for Oklahoma Baker. But yeah, you can't beat a Sam Darnold story because it's like that's some 1 year shit. That's like the Kawhi Leonard Raptors thing all over again. And now I think about the Vikings are in like the worst, best situation. Because you got this quarterback for a year. He obviously exceeded expectations. And you know you can't keep him. because you already drafted your future quarterback, but obviously got hurt. So, and then you gonna look bad in the motherfucker if they lose. Like if they lose a lot of games next year with JJ McCarthy, oh, it's gonna look bad. And they're like, oh man, see, we should have kept Sam Darnold. We shouldn't even draft this bum ass nigga. Yeah. But yeah, this is the smallest window I've ever seen a team have to win a Super Bowl. They gotta work on their TD plays. Some of these pass touchdown DBs just be waving. They don't even look. They don't even try to locate the ball. They just do this. What's homeboy? Moss. They got Moss by Higgins. Was it number 21? I think for the Broncos. That's a good point. Same with the NBA too. That is a very good point. NBA got paywall issues too. That's another thing. It's hard as hell to watch a game on TV. Apparently, you know what I'm saying. I ain't finna explain how you can watch it without, but you know. But yeah, the NBA got all these crazy paywalls and shit that the NFL doesn't necessarily have. But the NFL is trying to move that way, which is another thing that's gonna hurt them. Say Detroit not covering. That's why they better keep Sam. I mean, that's a really tough situation to be in for real. Like, you keep him, what's the point in drafting JJ then? What you gonna do with that? It's the Trey Lance thing all over again, really. Except JJ got more experience, but it's like, now what? Or Vince Young with the Titans, but Kerry Collins, they was winning all them games. It's like Vince is supposed to be the future, but this older quarterback who on his last legs is winning these games. It's like, what do you do? Just remember the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl. Nick Foles, then it became a debate. Should they just keep Nick Foles the starter, even though Carson Wentz had an MVP season? It's like, what do you do? Bills will finally do it. We'll get over the hump. NFL promoting Josh Allen more, and he got married. He's going to the Super Bowl this year. Okay, if you say so. Yeah, at least another year or two. I wouldn't be surprised if the UFL Championship was hosted in St. Louis again. I don't know if it's been announced or not, but I could see it. They could trade JJ McCarthy. Yeah, they could do that. That's a gamble, though. You better hope Sam don't get hurt, because you're gonna look real fucking stupid then. How much longer LeBron gonna play? How was he? 40? Was he 40, 41? I said he gonna stop at 42. All those he ain't winning no more championships though. Those days are long gone. Like his real hairline. Didn't Brock Purdy also get married? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The only thing Brock got out all this stuff was he was in a couple more commercials now. And he finna get a payday, obviously. But yeah, that's gonna be real interesting, because that locker room gonna be a motherfucker though. He get paid all this money and underperform, especially if they got Deebo Samuel. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And LeBron retires at 42, has 42,000 points, 42,000 point range. Feel like they should. Wait, the NFC feel like they should win this Super Bowl this year, especially with the number of ring comparison between the NFC and the AFC. Yeah, I forgot what the streak was. I'm gonna see if I got that picture still. But it was like there was like a period where it was like 10 plus wins by the NFC. This is back when the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls, to tell you how long ago it was. Where are you at? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it started with Super Bowl 16. Nope, not 16. 19. Yeah, San Francisco, the Bears, Giants, the Skins, Niners, Giants, Skins, Cowboys, Niners, Cowboys, Packers. And that took you to 31. So, I mean, I doubt that's going to happen now, but they've done it. 13 years. Yeah, should have left it alone. No, they don't. What are you talking about? They got the regular kickoff in college football. I don't know about that. I disagree with that. I think the only time it gets bad, like really bad in college football, is really them last, like them playoff games and shit, especially like this round going forward. Yeah, that's when it usually gets bad. Like, what's like, okay, man, what the fuck? But regular season, nah. NFL is just way too predictable. Way too predictable. They did get hit with a hurricane. See Baker Mayfield storyline, the hurricane hit Tampa. Didn't the Astros win the year Hurricane Harvey hit Houston? He had his kid this year, plus he beat the Eagles and Lions already this year. He got to beat them in the playoffs. That's a bad example. There's players sitting out, my nigga. There's a bunch of niggas hit the transfer portal. That's a bad example. And a lot of these players don't even give a fuck about these bowl games anyway. More or less, Bowles, McVay, or Sean Payton. I'm gonna go with Sean McVay on that one. Granted, he did get Puka and Cooper Kupp back on the back end of the season. Bowles, on the other hand, lost a receiver. But yeah, I'm gonna go with McVay. 70s rematch in the Super Bowl, the Vikes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They saying QB's up by failure when they call them generational talents. It's just not just that. It's when they go to a bad team and then they expected to just turn around the team magically. That's what makes it worse. Talking about the kickoffs, they were still doing a regular kickoff in the bowl game. I know the one thing they started doing though is which obviously been fully implemented this year, is they started using the helmet communication and stuff like that in the helmet. Versus they started experimenting with that shit last year in bowl games. Like they pick and choose certain bowl games, but it wasn't every game. But this year, yes, similar to NFL with that. As a head coach, no. It was cool when he was assistant because he wasn't the main one, but as a head coach, no. Hell, we ain't had a black head coach since Mike Tomlin. And that was almost 15 years ago. Actually, he's only the second one to do it. He's the only full, like, dark-skinned head coach to do it. That's insane. Out of damn near 60-something Super Bowls, only 2 black head coaches have won. That's insane. Think it'll be a new matchup this Super Bowl? I'd love to see that. All right, man. I gotta go to the gym here in a little bit. I'm here. 2-minute warning. Fire away. Man, hit that like button too. There you go. And then they prematurely be comparing him to other people. Like, you know, they could obviously call him Raiola. Nebraska quarterback, they compare him to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he dressed like Mahomes. He does all the same mannerisms. So by default, they gonna compare him. So whenever he doesn't pan out, that's kind of his fault too. Trying to copy somebody else, but yeah. Bucks are 2-0 against the AFC Western Super Bowl, the Raiders and the Chiefs. Yes, they are. I doubt we get a rematch though. Like KC versus Tampa. I doubt it. I wouldn't be mad, but I doubt it. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. Yes. I mean, if you go to the Jags, dude, like as a quarterback, shit, you cook. Like who has had success in recent years, like long-term success in recent years with them? Like I said, you got to go back to David Garrard, Mark Brunell. I ain't forget about Byron Leftwich, but like you got to go back a ways. Well, I mean, hell, just look at AEW. The Cons run that, and that is a shit show. Biggest Mahomes glazer, yeah. Actually, nah, I don't know. Chris Collinsworth was up there. Cause like when you mention Mahomes' name, bro, Chris Collinsworth starts biting his lip. And I ain't even making that shit up. There's a video of Mike Tirico was saying something. He said Mahomes' name. As soon as Collinsworth heard it, this nigga could not wait, man. He was biting his lip like a motherfucker. I was like, dude, chill out. Packers versus Chiefs a possibility? I think so. Can the Browns bring in Cousins and turn this ship around? Hell no. It's Kirk Cousins won. It's the Browns. Fuck no. Y'all got lucky with that Joe Flacco shit. Hell no, bro. Nah. The most y'all gonna get out of Kirk Cousins is them first 6 games out of the season. It's gonna be promising. Y'all might be like 4-2. And then Kirkland Cousins gonna show up. And it's gonna be the same old Browns. And y'all like, man, see, we should have kept Deshaun. Or we should have started Deshaun. That's what they're gonna say. Which is even crazier. It says Super Bowl Uno rematch. They should have gave us that in that 100-year anniversary. They should have gave us that matchup. But no, a lot of people was like, wait a minute, if Mahomes and Rodgers play against each other, it's the State Farm Bowl and all that other shit. That would have seemed way too suspicious. But yeah, man, I'm finna get up out of here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We're gonna be back on Wednesday, college football playoffs. And then we got Thursday, pregame pick'em. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Join the Discord if you haven't done so yet. I'll put the link below. It should be below in the description already. If it's not, you know it's gonna be pinned.